Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live, and we are on episode number 89. So, we already completed uh, like 88 lives. Today is the 89th live, and as all of you know, that the all these lives were around on an average 15 minutes to 15-16 minutes, and different topics were covered since last 89 days, and tomorrow will be the 90th day. And Facebook keeps only 30 days recordings for the lives. So if you scroll down, you can see as old as only 30 days. So what I'm doing is I'm uploading these live recordings on my YouTube channel, which is Coach Geeta 360. So if you search for Coach Geeta 360, then you will find these recordings on the YouTube. So that just like if you want to anytime go back and see a particular topic, so you can actually you can listen to those replays on the YouTube, because the Facebook will be deleting them after 30 days. So this was just for your information, because September 18th is the 100th episode for our Facebook Live, and I'm so excited to reach the day 100. And today is day 89, and I just have a beautiful topic which I want to share with you, which is related to over syndrome. So I call it like over syndrome. Over syndrome is you're doing too much, and when you do too much, you are actually training somebody else for the same thing because you're doing too much, and how it hurts you. So I call it like, especially in women, like because the women has that yin characteristics, and we have seen our moms and grandmoms, and in culturally also, and whatever we see it, and we land up doing over in everything we do. First of all, we have a power to do extra. So women has some extra powers than men, but we have seen that, and then it becomes like almost like autopilot. So even we knowing it, we start doing everything over. And I did everything over until I reached to the point where I was burnt out, and I really wanted to quit the whole everything, the life also maybe. Like, like I do not want to do anything. Till that stage I had to reach. And then I like came back from there to where I'm right now. So doing over is like, it's something like I feel like in the women, it's natural. And then you could be just like a 20 years old, or you could be 30 years old, or you could be 40 years old, or 50 years old, or 60 years old. So especially the period like 25 to 55, like that's the period I have seen. So 25 to 55 is 25 to 35, 45, 30 years of the life. And maybe before that also, you're doing like extra as natural thing, but then you're reaching to the tip, to the place where it's out of your control, and you are done, you're tired, like, and it is now started harming you in so many different ways, because your body is not going to be the same at 25 and at 35, and from 35 to 45, and 45 to 55 and above. Okay, so when we are talking about this over syndrome, so it's like over caring. So naturally, like, we have a tendency to put ourselves like at the end of the list, and everybody else is in the beginning of the list. Over helping. So if anybody asks you to do something, you will not say no. You will always say yes. Okay, means that's just like it is, whatever, like you want people not to get like angry, or you want to keep make them happy, or whatsoever the reason. The reasons could be a lot of reasons, because this topic itself is a in-depth topic, and it can be discussed so much in detail. And yesterday I did not realize that the live was like almost for 30 minutes. We were talking about the kids at this moment. Like the kids means the kids, the generation who is like about 25, like their marriage and the timing and the mindset and all that we were talking. And then I lost the time, I think, lost the track of time, and then it was 30 minutes. So I want to be short and sweet so that you can listen to these replays. And if you want more help, you want to learn more, you can always connect with me, and I'm here to help. Okay, and I'm going to announce something very, very exciting at the end of today's live, because that's what is going to help many, many of you. Like even you're 25, 35, 45, 55, it's 100% going to help you, because this is such a natural thing for a woman to do. And without them knowing, like, the damage is happening. So just like wait till the end so that you know that today's announcement, a special announcement. I think this is almost 90 days, and first time I'm going to make such kind of announcement after almost 89 days. Okay, I should have waited this topic tomorrow, but that's fine. What is the difference, you know? So that is the thing. So like we talked about over helping, so not able to say no. Okay, that's the biggest thing. How should I say no? To the spouse, to the kids, to the in-laws, to the parents, to the friends, to like to the boss, to the co-workers. Like, then another is like overperforming, you know. So because you, as we as a women, like we have a little bit of syndrome of perfectionism also, like literally to the level like a dishwasher. Like in US, like we are I'm just saying this because people from India also may be watching this, but like we put the dishwasher, so you cannot even trust. And I did this, all these things I know because I did all these things. You cannot even trust somebody to put the dishwasher, because you can put the dishwasher the best way. So because of that, it's you are the one who is going to put the dishwasher all your life, because you want to be that perfect, you know. And like this, so many other things. So that is thing. Over multitasking. So like we can, as a women, already we have a brain which can do multitasking. But what I observe, I am like a very, very powerful multitasker. But then I'm 53 now, and above 45 maybe, I started realizing like it creates a brain fatigue, a kind of internal stress, and like it's like you will not, you can still work, like you're wired, you're like tired, but you're wired because you have so much in that habit. So you really need to, means I need to take steps to get that in control. I need to tell myself, like, you know, and it's a practice, like, I still the practice and it's progress. That's what I'll say. But it's a long time. Like, you need to be aware and you need to be working on it. Like, you know, because you need to understand, like, are your brain is going into a fatigue mode? Are you multitasking a little bit more right now? You know, so that kind of a thing. Today I was like doing, I took out some stuff in the drawer, and I saw like I had a paper, kind of a schedule, kind of from 2017 or 2016 or 2017. And oh my God, like I had so many things on that. So many things were related to my younger daughter, like her class, then her this thing, her YMCA, her dance class, then my thing, and this thing. Oh my God, I was like amazed to see that. Like, I'm like, oh, and it was nice printed thing, like, you know, I had made that time, I think. I was amazed to see that, you know, I don't wanted to look at it. And then means sometimes like we do so much, like one of the example I can tell is like I would say like my daughters, like to the point where almost like until I was 47, this all thing was going on. And it just been last 5 years where I withdraw, and I'm going to teach those concepts of, like, mom retiring kind of concepts, like in my upcoming course, I would say. And that's going to be a great announcement, like a first time the announcement towards the end. So, my daughter's dance teacher, she actually, for longest time, she thought that I'm a divorced mom, or like I'm a single mom and I'm taking care of my daughter, because she never saw my husband. And she one day asked me, and I said, no, 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 nothing like that. Okay, I like to come with her and I come like that. To that level means, like, all the minute things I used to do it, like, until I learned how to ask for help, how to set the boundaries for myself also. So that was the thing. Then another thing, we'll end up doing it over explaining. Okay, sometimes it's not even needed to explain, but like we have, being women, like we have story for everything. And even something which is right thing and you really do not want, so even you are saying no, then you are going to say, okay, because this, and because last time this happened, and then you also should be, all that story like dilutes your boundary setting automatically. So over explaining habit is there. Another thing, we as women land up, like, that, like, which is overthinking. And how many of you are the target of this overthinking? Like, it's so difficult to just take action. Even it could be just buying something from Amazon, maybe sometimes. Like, you will be thinking so much to make that transaction, or it could be something which you really want to join a class or something, and you love dancing, this dance class is starting, but you will be overthinking, oh, then what will happen to this schedule, then that schedule, and it's never ending, like, so like overthinking is also one of the biggest thing, like, which we go through. And any of these things which I said so far, if you are relating to it, then do a check mark in your mind. Oh, okay, I do overthinking. Maybe I do over multitasking. Maybe I do over explaining. Maybe I never say no and I do over helping. Maybe I do over caring. Means like the other person can do some stuff, but you are so much into that caring thing. You have to do the way you have to do, you know? So like that. Another thing is like over committing. Like, because you're not able to say no, so your calendar is booked like back to back. So that is another thing. And I have done this. Like, I had done so much. Like, I remember, like, in New Jersey, like, I did not even had like a, even Friday evening will start. So Friday evening there will be something. Saturday evening there will be something. Sunday also mostly something will be there. Means like, uh, and this is, and suppose one of the weekend nothing is there, then something has to happen, kind of a thing. And this was like so much packed schedule, and and then you get the week also, and you're working, you have kids and so many things. Okay, so those things are there. Then another thing is like over giving. Like, even like over giving, I would say, like, being a woman, like, suppose I'm just giving the example, like, if you have like $10,000 in your saving account. You have saved it, you worked hard, you have that for your security or whatever. But now that money is, something happens and there's no option. So that money your spouse is asking, like, for something to put somewhere. Okay, you gave $2,000. So now you still have 8,000. Again, your kids, they ask. So, like, for something else, you will need to spend another $2,000. So, like this, like, somebody is asking, like, some work at the home is happening, some travel is coming, something or other thing, and now you're left with zero. You don't even have any balance with you. And now the people around you know that you can arrange money, or you have money, or you will make sure you will. So now somebody is asking again, now you're zero money, so now you asked for another $2,000. So what you would do? You would go out of the way, you would take some loan, you will get on credit card or something, but you will give that 2,000. And like that, until you reach to maybe minus 20,000 also, you're giving, over giving. Just think about it. How many of you have done this mistake, you know? So another is like a over sacrificing. Another thing, over sacrificing is like, I don't know, like maybe we, being a women, we feel like sacrificing is like a crown on the head or something, because instead of following, like we always following our own dreams, focusing on our health, focusing on what actually we like to do. Like we always give preference to like our spouse, our kids, our in-laws, our parents, everybody else other than us, you know. So even like the longest time, I used to think like, when in this country we came 25 years ago, and longest time, I have a little child and this, and like I'm talking like when I was just like in my 30s. I used to think that my husband does something more important than me. Longest, I'll not disturb him because he's doing something important. And then after so many years, I realized, oh my God, I was also working. I was taking care of the kids. And I think I was also doing something very important in my life. But like, and again, when the point came where I had to compromise, like take a job where, like, uh, I had to compromise with my payment or salary, and then I happily did that because even the pay my salary, I had to reduce it, but I was able to get some flexibility. And then I said, oh wow, I'm going to get this time with my daughters, and I can take care of them, and I can take care of the home. So like, you sacrifice. I maybe it maybe not 100%, I'll say that time, that mindset, or that I still feel maybe I did the right thing, because that time and everything, like, I wouldn't get back. I'll not complain about it, but it would have been better if something else I would have thought in a different way. But I did whatever, like that time I knew that much and I did that much. If I was this Geeta back then I would have done something different, maybe, like, something I would have worked out. But whatever is done. But I'm just giving like example. Maybe some of you are still doing that, you know, over sacrificing. And another thing which as a women we have is like, it's a negative habit, which is like over controlling. So you want to manage everything for everybody, like, and that is leading to such a big exhaustion. Like, you're literally would feel exhausted. You want to know like what homework is been done, how much marks your kids are getting, okay, the project is done or not, okay, the for the project the things are bought or not, okay, what is there for cooking, what is there for groceries, like it's like all the things, okay, morning get up and okay, make the tiffin for the kids, a tiffin for the husband, or like, okay, what foods to arrange, okay, and everything you want to control. And then other way also, like that you're controlling, is you ask too many questions to your husband also, to your spouse also, to others also. It's uh, like they're tired sometimes of your control. So that also could happen. But this was about, like, like how you can land up into the burnout situation, the resentment, and you lose yourself in this whole process of doing over, which is, I'm calling this as a over syndrome. So you're actually going through like kind of a syndrome which is like over. I have, and there could be more things also. I have no idea like how many of you are doing over some of the things which I listed over here, you know. So main thing, if you learn to balance, and it you don't need to be rude, you can be kind, you can set the boundaries clearly, you can set the boundaries firmly, you can learn to set boundaries for everything and everybody around you. Like the boundaries will be needed for you also, the boundaries will be needed with your kids also, with your spouse also, with your in-laws also, with your parents also, with your friends also, with your co-workers also, with your bosses also. Everywhere you can use these boundaries. You need to learn how you can do it without breaking the relationship, and without you showing as like a rude person, you know. So that is such a wonderful skill. If you earlier you learn, your life is going to be better, and it's never too late to learn also. So the cure for this over syndrome is actually like you can set the boundaries with love, with clarity, without feeling guilty, you know. And I can say without feeling guilty because when first time I said no, like if you have read my book, like I have wrote a book called The Gift of Menopause, in that lot of my personal stories are there. It's a short book, but it's everything is real in that. So in that, like first time when I said no to do the laundry for my husband, like literally I felt guilty, like, you know. And I felt guilty for so many things when I started putting the boundaries. Like it was months of guilt, like, you know. But then how the things turned around, like that also stories are there, like, you know, how the same thing started becoming something different because I was firm. I've learned how to do it in a right way, not like screaming, fighting, getting angry and all that, because that is not going to work at all. Okay. So what I have decided is I'll be launching a program on how to set boundaries. And for people who are going through this over syndrome, it's going to be the best course for you girls, or you all, I would say. Okay. I think for this particular course, the age doesn't matter, because if you are going through any over syndrome, which you may know or may not know also, sooner the better, I said. Like you can go through this, how it will be conducted and how many weeks, like all that information will come to you. If you think that something like this, how to set boundaries, this course or learning about this is going to help you, then definitely you can just pre-register. I'll be floating the form and all, like but if you really interested, you can just message me and say, yes Geeta, I'll be interested in something like this, so that you'll be added to the pre-registration. Okay. So that's what is the announcement, almost like at the episode 18, 89, 90, we would say. So that like it can really help you guys practically in your life, and your life can become peaceful. Like, you know, it's a small part of this, like it's because this over syndrome is like uh, such a killing syndrome and we don't even know it's killing us. And for that, the antidote is like learning how to set boundaries, how to like grow with, like, you know, you can in the way, like you can have the balance approach to where you are not feeling guilty, and you're very clear about what you want and you're able to express it. And that's what you will learn in this course. You will feel so much better. You will see so much change happening around you. And I'm going to teach this from my personal experience. I have implemented all these strategies, and for each of the overthink, there is, like, you know, you need to first, we'll go through the process of like awareness also, and then how to handle it also. So it's going to be very exciting course. So I'm looking forward for all of you to join this course. This is going to be like a paid course. It's not going to be free course. I have lot of things I have talked on this last almost 89 lives on the Facebook. So you can always go back and refer those. You can go to the YouTube where I'm going to upload all these also. So that also is going to stay for you. So I'll make sure like I do that so that they don't just disappear, like, So with that, take care and looking forward to serve you, love you, and I'm here for you all. See you then. Take care, take care, take care.